I'm Steve Venuti from HDMI Licensing. In this presentation, I'll cover the basics of HDMI compliance testing, including which devices need to be tested, how to submit products to an authorized testing center, procedures for adopter self-testing, and the documentation and workflow associated with the testing process. The purpose of compliance testing is to preserve the integrity of the HDMI brand and foster interoperability among products from multiple vendors. The HDMI Compliance Test Specification, or CTS, represents the minimum testing requirements for licensed products. Every product that claims to conform to the HDMI standard or employs any of the HDMI adopted trademarks must be tested according to these procedures. While HDMI licensing provides a number of tools and resources to assist in this process, each adopter is ultimately responsible for ensuring that its products are compliant. Adhering to these procedures is an essential part of maintaining your status as an HDMI adopter, and failure to do so could result in termination of adopter status and the loss of rights. The CTS establishes procedures for two kinds of testing: independent testing in an authorized test center, or ATC, or self-testing by the adopter. Some devices cannot be self-tested and must be submitted to an ATC for testing. An adopter's first production model in any product category, source, sync, repeater, or cable, must be submitted to an ATC. After the first production model, the adopter can conduct self-testing on additional products in that same category. But if you want to expand your line into another category, the first production model in that new category needs to be ATC tested. ATC testing is also recommended whenever you add significant new functionality to a product, such as a first-time implementation of deep color or 3D. HDMI licensing also recommends that all adopters occasionally submit a self-tested product to an ATC to verify that their self-testing facilities and processes are sufficient to ensure compliance. There are currently 10 ATCs worldwide, located in the US, France, India, China, Japan, Taiwan, and Korea. Contact information for each ATC is listed on the HDMI website, and you should contact the ATC directly prior to submitting a device for testing. Along with the device under test, you'll need to submit a written application and a Capabilities Declaration Form, or CDF, where you will be asked to list the product's HDMI-related capabilities, the version of the HDMI specification it was designed to meet, and other technical details. Both the application form and the CDF can be downloaded from the manufacturer's area of the HDMI website under the link titled Testing Policies. When submitting a device, you will also be asked to provide product operating instructions and any other materials required to do an effective test, such as optical media for a disc player or a signal generator for a set-top box. If the product passes ATC testing, you will be notified of the results, and all of your testing materials will be returned to you, along with an HDMI test result form and associated documentation. You will then send copies of the completed CDF, the HDMI test result form, and confirmation of ATC testing to HDMI licensing for review and approval, after which you will receive an acknowledgement that your product has been certified. You can accomplish this process online by logging into the adopter extranet and clicking on Compliance Confirmation. If the product does not pass, you will be notified of the specific area or areas where testing failed and be eligible for retesting once those issues have been addressed. After the first production model has passed ATC testing, the adopter is responsible for testing subsequent production models in the same product category, either at an ATC or through a self-testing program. Self-testing facilities must be equipped with the recommended test equipment listed in the CTS, or with equivalent test equipment that permits the same level and quality of testing. Self-testing must follow the criteria and test methods set down in the CTS, and the adopter must submit the results to HDMI licensing in the form of a completed CDF and test results form. Once again, you can use the compliance confirmation form on the adopter extranet to do this. For more information on the testing process, we recommend that you download and read the Compliance Testing Policies and Procedures document available on the HDMI website. It's located under the Manufacturers tab on the page titled Testing Policies. To download a copy of the CTS, you'll need to log in to the adopter extranet and click on the documentation link. Thank you.